trying to catch me riding dirty. Trying to catch me riding dirty.
Okay, this is the worst setup I've ever seen in my life.
Just get some colour pencils or paint or just...
Yeah.
Say, oh, that's much better. 3, 2, 1.
Hi, welcome back. So,
I'm Honor, this is Alicia, this is a podcast where we talk about art, pop culture, that kind of thing.
The reason Honor is speaking so fast is because we're doing a Petite pod.
This is Petite pod!
And this is a Petite pod challenge. So, let's start, Honor, because we've already
guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a challenge.
I'm starting because we're meant to be drawing what's in front of us.
I'm not
and
in
we've
it.
only got, shall I scoop?
Okay, so what we're doing is we're both doing... So a Petite pod is where it's a small visual only episode. So this won't be released as an audio. And I can't multitask and I really need to.
We're drawing what we can see in front of us. There's a windowsill behind the camera here. But the thing is, we're going to do a slight twist where...
So after 5 minutes, we're going to swap. So Alicia does mine and I do hers for 4 minutes. Then after 4 minutes, we're swapping. Then after 3 minutes, we're swapping.
Yeah.
And after 2 minutes, we're swapping. And after 1 minute, we're swapping. And then we're done.
Yeah,
And in the meantime... Supposedly, we're going to be talking about living in the city versus living in the countryside.
I mean, if you ever wanted to see the most chaotic video that we could ever make,
this would be it.
This. And I think this is going to be the last episode of the season, so it's a good way to just end stuff.
Yeah.
Really. It's classic.
Yeah.
So let's get on.
So we've always grown up essentially in the countryside. We grew up in the same town. It was a town.
Well, actually, it only got classed as a village recently.
Oh yeah, exactly. It wasn't a town.
No,
I take it back.
Very small. Very small.
What do we have? We had the high street. But when we were younger, on the high street, we had a sweet shop, we had a bakery.
Oh my gosh.
Now we have a tattoo parlour and a kebab shop. So that tells you about fun.
The sweet shop was like a fave, but it was one of those like old, classic, 1p sweet shops where our parents would give us like 20p pocket money.
But then that
would buy you like 20 sweets and you'd be like, yes,
this
is everything. I'm ready for the world.
I used to love the cheese straws at the...
That was in Godalming though. That was in the actual town near us.
The bakery.
Oh, do you remember there were farmers markets? They still do those.
They still do them in Godalming. I buy avocados from them.
Love that.
Because they do 5 avocados for £1, which is an absolute steal if you ask me. So I often buy 5 avocados. I look very like Surrey girl on the way home from college buying my avocados.
Yeah, I was going to say, Anna loves her avocados.
I love avocados.
She is a classic basic vegan.
Thank you very much. My one true identity.
Just so you know, you have 1 minute and 40 seconds left on this section.
This is horrific.
I don't know how I'm going to help you, but anyway.
So we've always grown up in the countryside.
Grown up in the
countryside. Like our parents both have allotments. We have gardens, and that's just been something we've always known. And like I spend a lot of summer like just 2 minutes from my house there's like a lake where I'll go with my friends and so,
even when we're not here, like in the summer, we're like camping or something
in the countryside.
We spend a lot of time.
Being like having a lot of space to just like go on runs and cycle rides is like always been a thing.
Small town mouse.
But Leisha's recently moved to London. How long do we have?
We have 50 seconds.
Great, I'll crack on. Leisha's recently moved to London, so now we've got kind of like city versus country.
I know.
So can you lay out the best thing about living in the city and the worst thing?
So I'd say one of the best things is like the atmosphere, the idea that there is always something to do. There's a classic thing that they say, like, when you move to London, you're never going to move anywhere else. It's just there's such a liveliness to it, and there's so many like people from different backgrounds and just different ages. It's got good nightlife, art, culture, like so many jobs available to you. It's happening. There's stuff.
Oh,
stuff.
swap.
Oh wait, I was going to swap
places.
Anyway.
Okay. I'm going to use colour pencil because that's what you used. Or are you...
I was going to use colour pencil on top of this so you can see where I've worked.
Yeah, that's fine.
Anyway, so I'd say that's the best thing. I think, on the other hand, it can be like quite overwhelming.
Yeah.
You can feel quite isolated.
It's quite hard to, have you found it hard to build community? I guess you're at uni, so it's slightly different.
Yeah, it is slightly different, but I think there is less of a sense of like community. I think some Londoners would probably be listening to this and be like, you're wrong, I disagree. But if you're a new person coming to London, it's quite hard to like, because there are separate boroughs within London, but it's hard to understand where you can go for certain like community events or stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we have just a town hall, and that's where you're going to find lots of things.
And we have like village fetes and like that kind of thing.
Yeah, but it takes a little bit more like digging online or like just getting to know people or like the people in your local shops or this thing. You could easily just go live in London, just go to all of the big corporate like shops and amenities and stuff, but if you really want to get to be a part of the community, you have to make that effort to kind of support the more local businesses and smaller businesses.
Do you think if you weren't in uni you would have found it a lot harder to make friends and meet people?
Yeah, I think you'd really have to push yourself to kind of interact with people more, maybe at your work or, you know, I mean, even with university, it's like the thing of you group together because you're all in the same situation, but at the same time, if you don't live with other people, that would definitely make a difference.
Yeah.
If you... Oh, we should swap, I think.
Hang on.
Wait, no, we got 25 seconds.
No, 1 minute.
1 minute. I'm so sorry.
Seconds.
I'm poor at this. I don't think I'm even showing you anything I'm actually drawing.
Fantastic.
It's fine.
That being said, we by no means live in a little village where, well, you do now, but where I don't live in a village where everyone knows everyone else, and it's like sort of that type of village life, because I watched Side with Rosie recently, which is like my favourite book, or one of them, and the movie was actually, it did it really well. And it the village life to me seems so lovely, because like, to be fair, if I lived in a time where like you grew up in your village and that was that, you kind of, if you wanted to find something you had to leave home, and you know, and that kind of thing, like I think I would have hated it. I would have just wanted to, I would have felt a bit like trapped in a way, but like to me it does look really lovely, sort of knowing everyone, and everyone like looks out for each other and that kind of thing. But I think in a sense we did have that growing up, because we grew up in like churches, so our youth groups were kind of like your extended family, because there were so many families at church that it was like you had sort of 5 sets of parents.
And that's one of the nice things coming home, is that like you still have that community even when you've gone off to uni or whatnot.
Exactly.
Like our closest friends, they are from our youth group from back home, and we still like keep in contact and talk to each other, and we're doing Secret Santas this year and whatnot. So our best friends, we obviously met through youth group and stuff, and it feels definitely like you have like a wider extended family, which is really nice. Because, I don't know, I guess, like, even though we live in, like, a small village, like, for me, you don't know I do a lot of babysitting, so basically my road is, like, quite classic. Okay, now we gotta swap. My road is quite classic because people move in and it's happened multiple times. People have moved in with one child, had then twins, and then had to move out because the house is then too small. So I babysit for 2 families with one child and twins, and have or currently babysit for 4 families on my road, which means I know like everyone quite well, and we're quite good friends with our neighbours. But like other than my immediate neighbours,
I don't really know the people on my road.
You see, when I lived in the same area as Honor, we were for the most part on a friendly basis, but like at the end it kind of everyone sort of moved away and there were arguments and whatnot, and
it can often be difficult if you want like planning permission and they
because in the countryside obviously it's like people want nice gardens and they care about their views, and if you're trying to disturb their peaceful country life, then they're not going to like that, which is fair enough. But then also the interesting thing is that people sell up and move, and then the people that move in is quite often now it's young couples that have been working in major cities like London.
Yeah, where we live is a massive commuter area, so we're about 45-minute journey from London.
Yeah.
So the amount of people who want to live in the countryside but have a corporate or like a job in London.
I mean, it is really convenient for me as well, obviously, that I can come home and see my family. And that's the thing, these new like kind of commuter rural belts are so popular, but also I think we need to make sure that we don't like lose the kind of
exactly, because like
the quietness of the area,
and not even that, but the community, because like we're in a bit of like the amount of people with mental health issues and that are lonely, and you don't grow up in your like extended family or nuclear family anymore. That's not it, like only swap. So it's really important to look after people in your local area, who like look out for people who are like maybe like struggling or if they're lonely and that kind of thing. So I think community is like super important, but potentially now community is not who you live right next to and who lives in your village. It's who you look out for and that kind of thing. Before we finish, I don't think I could ever live in a city like London for long term.
I never thought that, but now that I've moved there, I get it. I get why people are like, no, it's a great place to live. It does have that sort of vibrancy, and as a young person, trying to make their way in the world, that's so cringe. But anyway, trying to explore and find new things,
especially
and new
doing
jobs.
Art,
doing art, it's got so much art and culture.
Place.
And I just love the variety of backgrounds and experiences that people have had, and you just get to know like people that you wouldn't even think you'd meet in a like smaller area. So I really appreciate that.
So like overall, which do you
so
prefer?
not to
Do you
scale.
think city versus
Oh my
country?
gosh, that's too difficult a question.
Yeah, that is quite hard actually.
I think the city is warming on me.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, but then I still am like, where are all the trees? Where's the greenery and and oh my gosh, I like coming home to my dogs and my chickens and my just there's a lot more peace that you get in the countryside. I don't even know what I'm doing for this last minute. But that is our brief thoughts, and. Let us know if you liked this very random format. Obviously, this is just a brief episode.
It's on Petite Pod.
And we might be doing more of these. We might be doing some audio versions as well. Who knows? It's been a wild one. It's been fun. I'm just trying to talk while I finish off.
What are you on about?
I just want, it to look cohesive.
2, 1. Do. Right.
Way.
I'm just going to finish this candle.
Okay, I think I'll just lift...
Oh, sorry, I will stop the timer. That's horrific, isn't it, for you all?
There you go. Cute.
And...
Switch it around. Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Lovely.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
Way.
What makes me laugh? Very similar.
They're very similar.
In a sense. Classic, innit?
What would you know? We'll do something like this again. That was
quite fun. I enjoyed it.
Alright. Thank you very much for watching.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye.